Hi Aquarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So today is your love reading for the month of October 2016. Now, as you know, I said I'd be coming back with 2 readings per month per sign. I just want to see how it goes. I really like this Gypsy Tarot spread, and it is open to interpretation, obviously, because it's a general reading. But the Gypsy Tarot spread will always focus on your love situation in the month, and the general will just be a general reading. So let's see how we go for the next 3 months, doing 2 readings back to back for each sign. You know that from the last reading how I explained the Gypsy Tarot spread, it comprises 21 cards. You've got your first column representing the mental stroke emotional state. Your second column representing your personal situation in the month of October concerning your love lives. Third column will be your hopes and desires in terms of love in the month of October. So this is completely on love. Your fourth column will be your expectations concerning love in the month of October. Fifth column will be what you're not seeing, or any hidden aspects, factors that might be coming into play in the month of October, things that you might not be seeing now. Your sixth column will be your immediate future. So these are things that should manifest, develop in the month of October concerning your love lives for some of you. And the seventh column is the overall outcome derived from what happens in the immediate future in the month of October 2016. Please remember, guys, this is a general reading. For some of you guys, these energies you'll probably have already experienced a little bit of. For some of you guys, they might be coming in for the month of October, but it is general, okay? So let's have a look at your personal situation firstly, Aquarius. 3 of Swords. Ace of Cups in reverse. And the Star. So, you know, the first 2 cards that I'm really drawn to are the 3 of Swords and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. The 3 of Swords means separation, loss, disappointment in love, upset, challenging ideas that might be affecting us emotionally. They could be harsh words that are affecting us emotionally. For me, the 3 of Swords, when I look at the swords piercing the heart, the swords are logic, their communication, their ideas, and they're piercing a human organ. So we're not made of steel. There is no part of the human anatomy that is made of steel. It's flesh, bone, blood, organs like the heart, which is the most essential organ, I guess, in the whole human body. So obviously to see a alien or a non-human instrument touching a human, so somebody gets shot in the heart, usually they might die. They get stabbed in the heart, usually they might die. So you can say that this is like something that's been inflicted. It's quite harsh and it really affects you on a metaphorical level. It's like, you know, people break up all the time. It's like what she did to me, if you know, it went right to my heart, or it really affected me in such a way. So often the 3 of Swords is about what somebody has done to us that has affected us in a terrible, terrible way. Sometimes that card can indicate 3-way relationships, so love triangles, difficult love triangles. Love triangles always are, unless they're conducive to everyone, but usually people like monogamous relationships, so usually it doesn't figure very well. But we can see that there's been some hurt here because we've got the 3 of Swords. For some of you guys it might be, but because we've got the Ace of Cups here, you know, if this was upright, I would have felt that maybe there'd been a little bit of separation. Maybe the 3 of Swords doesn't always mean, you know, dead-end relationships finished. Sometimes it means literally your partner might be on one side of the world and you might be another, and you might be missing that individual. So sometimes it can actually mean that. But we do have an Ace of Cups in the reverse, and this can mean a delay to, when you get the Ace of Cups upright, it's all about a fresh start, but it's also about new love that opens up to us. And sometimes this card can mean falling out of love because you've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So it's not about new love opening up, it's really about love closing down. So maybe there's been some heartbreak over a relationship that's not worked out, but it can also mean delays to new things getting started. So indeed, for some of you guys, it might be that in the month of October you meet someone, or just before that, and maybe there's some form of brief separation. We do see, yeah, there is a difficult situation here that you need to contend with the Ace of Cups in the reverse and the 3 of Swords. But we do have a Star card, which is really nice in terms of your personal situation, which to me always signifies that there is hope. So even if you're experiencing these 2 energies here, this card is saying, but there is hope. The good thing is that the Three of Swords, I mean, the trouble is there are some cards within the tarot that are just as effective and big, and they've got just as big energies as the majors. Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, all of those cards can be just as big as a major card. They can just have as big an effect as, say, a Tower or Death or something like that. But to me, in terms of love, Three of Swords is typically a love card that talks of separation and loss and disappointment in love. Could be that for some of you guys there's disappointment in love because maybe you're falling out of love with someone. And maybe with the Star card doesn't always mean hope, as in, but you're on the right path. It could mean that maybe this relationship wasn't working out because the universe was trying to tell you something. The Star card is often about divine inspiration, and that the universe is actually guiding us in a particular area within our lives. But the Star card can also mean that you have a realization for yourself. The fact that the woman on the Star card is pouring out water from the jugs, it means that there is a relief. Okay, so it could be a relief that comes from tears, crying it out, a cleansing. So I feel that whatever is happening here is good, because to me with the Star card it says that this is a really good thing. Even though there's some disappointment that a relationship maybe hasn't worked out, it could be that for some of you guys there is a hurtful situation because there is the realization that you've fallen out of love with someone. To me, the Star card at the end, which is a wonderful card, says, but this is a cleansing period, and it gives you a chance to cleanse and to work through the issue. And it also gives you a sense of realization that maybe this relationship wasn't meant to be. Maybe it was just not working. Maybe it just wasn't for your highest good. I also feel that the universe has a very strong factor with that Star card in terms of your love lives at the moment, that you are probably being divinely led on to much better things. But I just get a sense that because we've got an Ace of Cups in the reverse, which to me says delays, obstacles, and things that don't really get off the ground. You know, for some of you guys in the month of October, it might be that you meet various people or you meet someone and the relationship doesn't really get off the ground. But with the Star card, it could say, well, there's still hope there. Or it could simply be, well, I've been in a relationship. It's heartbreaking because it didn't work out with the Three of Swords. We fell out of love with the Ace of Cups, or it really just didn't have a chance to really go anywhere with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. But I'm kind of healing from that because the Star card also means you're healing. There's a sense of renewal when you get the Star card here. There's a sense of having faith in the future. And this is your card, Aquarius, the Star. So this is you guys here. Okay? I feel that you are, you know, you have reached a point of self-awareness as well, I would say, probably with that card, being that this is your major here. So I feel that there is a sense of self-awareness maybe for some of you guys in the month of October, potentially over a relationship or relationships that just really haven't worked out or really gone anywhere. What's your mental and emotional state around this situation? Well, the Five of Swords, Four of Cups, and the Three of Cups. I definitely feel that this is kind of saying the same thing. You know, let's go to the Four of Cups first. The Four of Cups, what I've realised about this card, and as a tarot reader, we're always developing our own sense of ideas around the cards. And I realised with one of these, with that card, general read meanings are, you know, it's rejection, it's disappointment, it's unhappiness, it's dissatisfaction, it's moodiness, it's afraid to step out of a comfort zone, and all of those things are definitely the Four of Cups. But one thing I thought about this card is that this person doesn't accept the cup because it's not enough. Because why is it that this person focuses on three cups? They're not looking at the one thing that's being offered to them. They're only, and three is more than one. So to me, this person is focusing on more rather than less. So it's almost like this person is saying, for me, when I looked at this card again, I thought, actually, what I often do is I get my cards out and I think about, look at the pictures and I think, what else could this card mean? And for me, it just came, I just immediately thought, this is not enough. This person doesn't want the one cup also because it's not enough. What's being offered is not enough. They've got what they want here with the three cups. So they'll probably want more than this, or they'll probably want 4 cups to be offered instead of 1 to top this. So it's almost, I don't know whether we could call it greed or whatever, but I feel that mentally, you know, there is an acceptance that what was being offered was not enough in the relationship for some of you guys, if this is resonating with you in the month of October. I feel that there is potentially in October a realisation that, you know, yes, there is hurt here. There is definitely something that has affected you guys, some of you guys emotionally. And that could be because you've either fallen out of love or something stopped before it started. But with the Star card, there seems to be healing over this. The Star for me, when it pertains to healing and renewal, it's the general acceptance of a situation. And perhaps that the universe deemed whatever this situation was here not to be right. Mentally and emotionally, you realise, I feel mentally, that this was not enough. Okay, because I feel with this Five of Swords, and this is you guys here with the swords as well, that you have mentally overcome a sense of powerlessness, or something that might have made you feel powerlessness, or you have accepted, or you have overcome your doubts, because the Five of Swords mentally can mean doubt. Whenever I look at this guy and he's holding one sword up and the other two have relinquished their swords, this is all three people can be all of us. The fact that we, the person who holds the sword, overcomes the doubt or the negativity. So there is a sense of victory here mentally for you. And I feel that this is mentally and emotionally, you've overcome some form of a doubt with this relationship. And I feel that this very much lines up with the Star. Both represent air as well. So I feel that there is mentally an overcoming of doubt. And we can see the overcoming of doubt lines up with the Star, because the Star is acceptance and it's healing. So to me, this almost mentally says that there is healing that has occurred with the Five of Swords. Because the Ace of Cups is in the reverse, and this says it didn't really get started. There was no fresh start. There was just too many obstacles in the way, or we've fallen out of love. And we can see that here, that this person is not looking at the Ace of Cups that's being offered to him. He's focusing on the Three of Cups. So he's saying this is not enough. So I feel that you've overcome your doubts mentally, because there's a realisation that this was not enough. And therefore, with the Three of Cups, we can definitely line this up as well with the Star. Because the Star card says there is healing, and there is a sense of rejuvenation, a sense of acceptance, a sense of clarity and realisation with this card. And with the Three of Cups, emotionally you're feeling happy. Emotionally you've overcome something here. The Three of Cups is often a card of overcoming and success. Okay, so we can see here, and it's funny, the Three of Cups is focusing on three, and we have three cups here after that. Okay, so I feel that for some of you guys, it might be mentally and emotionally, you know, you've overcome your doubts pertaining to this situation here, which I feel lines up with that Star card. But it also can be, you know, this was not enough. And it can also be mentally, you know what, I'm actually not ready for anything right now. I think I'll just focus on my friends. Because the Three of Cups often represents friendships, collaborations, coming together with others, being on the same page. So for some of you guys, it could be personal situation in terms of October is, you know, there is some sadness, some disappointment here. Three of Swords around a relationship, Ace of Cups in the reverse that didn't work out. But there's healing. You're determined to heal, I feel, in the month of October, because you see the light. There's a sense of enlightenment around this situation here in terms of some of your relationships. In the month of October, mentally you have overcome the worst, so you've overcome all of your doubts, okay? Because this is why this didn't really get off the ground, because there was doubt, okay? So you've got this card here mentally that says, I've overcome the worst, I've overcome my own doubts. Right now it might be mentally and emotionally, I'm not ready for anything new. I think I'll just focus on my friends. And there we have, mentally and emotionally, there's a lot of joy here at overcoming all this negative energy, which is great. So I see real fortitude and real strength in terms of how you're looking at your love life in the month of October, having overcome something that perhaps didn't work out. Let's have a look at what your hopes and desires are. Well, we have Justice, the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. So I feel with the Ten of Wands, what it's saying is that your hopes and desires are to overcome obstacles that you've had, and to probably start again in terms of love, moving forward with love. Because the Tens, remember, they're to do with the completion of cycles. So the Tens are the most that you can get. And when you get the Ten of Wands, it's about somebody who has been really struggling with a relationship. And we can see the struggle here and here in your personal situation in terms of love. But I feel that your hopes and desires will perhaps be to overcome such a stressful situation. Perhaps you're hoping for new love to come in because you've got the Knight of Cups. So you'll be hoping to be made an offer of love, new suitor, new person that comes in and makes a declaration to you. And with Justice, somebody perhaps, with that Knight of Cups and Justice, perhaps somebody who can complete you as an individual. I mean, I'm not seeing the personal situation as being about... for some of you guys, it could simply be that there's been issues within a relationship, and the star card could mean, well, I'm hoping that we can resolve this situation. Okay, so for some of you guys, it might not be the ending completely of a relationship. It might be, you know, we're having a few quarrels. It feels like things are not the same. It doesn't feel like we're in love anymore. It doesn't feel like we're open and we're receptive. It could be that there's heartbreak, maybe because you feel that one of you is not receptive to love. It might be a water sign individual, maybe a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio individual. But for some of you guys, it might be, for example, with the Three of Swords, while there's heartbreak, I feel there's arguments. And you represent swords, so you're the one that's piercing the heart here. So you might be trying, for some of you guys in the month of October, to get to the heart of a matter, for example, because this person is not receptive. They're not giving you love. So for some of you guys, it might literally be that you're in a relationship. For those of you who are in relationships and you're having difficulties, Aquarius, it could be that you feel that somebody is not receptive to you. They're not being open with you. And maybe that's why you need to get to the heart of the matter in terms of your love lives in the month of October. Something that you're hoping will be healed with the Star card. So for some of you guys, you might be actually hoping to heal and repair relationships. And it might be mentally, with that Five of Swords. It's an interesting one in terms of this, but I still feel that there is a sense of needing to mentally overcome a situation here, probably through some form of communication. Because I feel mentally, if you still are in love with someone in this section here and you're hoping for some form of healing in the relationship, then I feel that you're hoping that you can still make this person wake up. So if this is the person, and this could be the Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces individual who potentially, it doesn't have to be a water sign, but it looks like it's someone who may not be interested. Because if this is the person here who is not being open to you and is not offering you their love anymore, then it would make sense to say that maybe you're the person here that is offering love to this individual and they're still not looking at it. Maybe they're concentrating on something else. And maybe you're mentally and emotionally, what you're wanting is some form of reunion, some form of coming together again, because it looks like there's been some discord in a relationship that for some of you Aquarians, you might be trying to repair. So therefore, in your hopes and desires, it might be that you're hoping that you can overcome this difficulty, that someone, this person, will offer you love, Knight of Cups. And with Justice, it could be making it official. So it might be, you know, how do we bring this relationship back together and how do we repair it and how do we make it more official? Maybe an engagement. Knight of Cups can often show up when somebody is about to propose to you. So you're hoping for a proposal. And with your Justice card, it might be something official. Church, wedding, that type of thing, I feel. Okay? Maybe you're hoping that if you make the relationship more official, you'll overcome your obstacles in that way. But it's still a far off, it's still a long shot. Because I feel that if you're in a relationship, Aquarius, for some of you guys, and it's not the case of there's heartbreak because you've fallen out of love, but you're healing, you're overcoming your doubts, you might not want to be in anything right now, and you might want to just enjoy your time with friends. If it's not the case, then for some of you guys, it could be that you're trying to get to the heart of a matter in a relationship because somebody is not being receptive to you in terms of love with that Ace of Cups. And with the Star, it might be right now you're trying to repair this thing. You're trying to get something to open up because I always look at the water falling from the jugs and it just reminds me of somebody who is cleansing something here. They're putting something back in. Tears, opening up, that type of thing. Mentally overcoming disputes potentially. And emotionally in your relationship. Re-offering love to the person who's not giving it so that you can come together again. Three of Cups. Hopes and desires, this person maybe to offer you love, make a proposal that helps you to overcome these challenges with the Ten of Wands and perhaps creates more harmony and balance or something rather official with the Justice card. What are your expectations around your love lives in the month of October? We have the Ten of Pentacles. Now the Ten of Pentacles for me is often a card about building a relationship, so sharing resources, building a very strong, firm, grounded foundation. So what you could be expecting is, especially if it's the second story maybe of some of you guys who are trying to repair a relationship with somebody that you're in love with at the moment, it could be that you're expecting that if your hopes are fulfilled here, where a proposal is made of love, you'll overcome your obstacles with the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands will pretty much always represent struggles and obstacles in relationships. But through that Knight of Cups, it would be coming out of this and bringing some form of balance and harmony to the relationship with justice in whatever sphere that takes. So your expectations, especially if it's along the lines of getting married or an engagement, you might be expecting a church wedding with the Ten of Pentacles. For some of you guys, it might be that you'll just be expecting to kind of build on the relationship in terms of having children or just working together as a team, that type of thing. But the Ten of Pentacles pretty much is a card about building a strong, healthy, vibrant relationship where it's a family setting, where you work together as one, where it's, you know, it's a really strong card in terms of relationships when you get that card. What else are you expecting? But the Ace of Pentacles. So in the reverse as well. So you might be expecting that you can build on this relationship with the Ten of Pentacles, but your expectations are that it might be something that takes a little bit of time to come to fruition. Because the Ace of Pentacles in the upright is all about long-term, the potential, the opportunity for long-term evolvement, long-term situations, for a situation in the future to be quite long-term. So the potential to build something here with the Ace of Pentacles. When we look at the different aces, they're about the different potential for different things. So the Ace of Cups, I notice how we have an Ace of Cups in the reverse and an Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles will usually be about new jobs coming into us, or new money, or good health, for example, starting a new health regime, that type of thing. The start of new material things coming to us, or building something new in a materialistic way. So I noticed that there are two Pentacle cards here, and I feel that your expectations for some of you guys could be to build on a relationship here, but I feel that expectation-wise, you might feel that there might be some delays in this, in the actual building of this relationship. But why is that? I feel because of the Devil in the reverse, and that's interesting, because the Devil in reverse for me often means the loosening of change. So I feel that it's going to be, the expectation is for some of you guys to build a relationship here. Okay? But it might face some delays, or it might not come as quickly as you would like with that Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Perhaps because you're coming out of a difficult time with that Devil in the reverse. So the Devil in upright for me means bondage and chains. When the Devil's in the reverse, it means a loosening of bondage and chains. It means that things are starting to loosen up. The difficulties, the obstacles within a relationship are starting to loosen themselves. So for some of you guys, it might be a case of that. Let's go through the reading again so far. We will explain it in two ways. I feel, number one, if you are in a relationship and maybe you're trying to get to the heart of a matter, maybe you've said a few things here around a relationship. But the Three of Swords is not always a bad card. It's not always about separation and loss. Sometimes it's literally about bad language, or it's about bad communication that's affecting, and because it's a heart as well, this is emotion. And hearts, if you were to get playing card, hearts would usually represent cups. So it could be that you're affecting somebody emotionally, or you're saying things to another person that's affecting them. Possibly because you don't like the fact that they are not giving you, they're not being reciprocal, and they're not opening up love-wise to you, or they're not giving you the love that they've usually given to you. So with the Star card, it might be that in your life right now you're trying to repair a relationship with the Star, okay? Or maybe you're making things become quite aware. You're highlighting awareness on what's going on within the relationship, I feel, with the Star card, because this is your major arcana card and you're the one that's doing all the cleansing. So I feel that for some of you guys, it could be that you're actually working really hard at a relationship here to repair a relationship, and that's by being open in terms of communication. I feel that mentally and emotionally, you might feel, for some of you guys, you might feel a little bit worn down, okay? Because the Five of Swords can sometimes mean I give up. But it can also mean for some of you guys, you're standing your ground. You're fighting for what you believe in. You might be trying to break down your partner just to kind of get them to open up as to what's going on in the relationship. Because mentally and emotionally, what you want to do is offer love. You want them to see that you're still there. And this, at the end of the day, mentally and emotionally, you feel will probably turn out to reunite, to bring you guys together, if that makes any sense. If there is a family situation going on here in which it's not just you, but not just you and the partner, but maybe children are involved. It's maybe where you want everybody to be together. You're trying to keep the family vibe together, but maybe this person is not a husband or wife or partner or whatever it is. is not on the same vibe as you. So I feel that looking at those 6 cards, there is a sense for me of somebody who is working hard to kind of make a relationship work with those 6 cards. I feel that your hopes are to overcome the stressful time with that 10 of Wands in the relationship, and this could be by this person. Maybe you're hoping that they'll make you a proposal. So if it's a partner that you've been living with for a long time but there's no marriage, it might be that you're hoping that they'll make a proposal, and maybe with the Justice card they'll make it official. Okay, for some of you guys, if it's a marriage or whatever it is, you'll be hoping to overcome this struggle by having your partner you're hoping your partner's going to kind of say I love you, because remember the Knight of Cups is where we declare things to each other as well. It's where somebody's open with us emotionally. We can see a card here that shows a lack of being open emotionally with the Ace of Cups. It's falling out of love. It's holding back on how we feel, and in your hopes it's showing, well, I want someone to come forward. I want this person to tell me how they feel, so that perhaps with the Justice card we can kind of resume this balanced, harmonious relationship that we have. Your expectations are that yes, we can rebuild the relationship with the 10 of Pentacles, but it might take a long time to actually come to fruition with that Ace of Pentacles. Remember, Ace of Pentacles are seeds, aces are seeds, and Pentacles can represent literally the fruits of the earth. So what we plant, we actually, Pentacles are the results of our huge efforts and labour. Okay, so when you work hard, you get a pentacle, which shows the results of your hard work. So the fact that it's in the reverse shows a lack of results, immediate results. So I feel that even though your expectations will be, well, I expect that we'll be able to get back maybe to how we were with the 10 of Pentacles, I don't expect that, all of this to yield results just as yet, because we're still coming out of this difficult, restrictive energy with the Devil in the reverse. For some of you guys who are not in a relationship or who have come out of a relationship, I feel the 3 of Swords is disappointment, upset over a relationship that didn't work out with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Maybe somebody fell out of love with you, maybe you fell out of love with them, or maybe something really didn't get started. But it seems that you're healing with the Star card. You're overcoming mentally and emotionally, doubts, fears, that type of thing. For some of you guys, it might be that you mentally realise that this relationship was just not enough. Okay, and now you're wanting to just focus on friends, that type of thing, or even focus on meeting new people with that 3 of Cups. Your hopes, if you're single, will be, I feel, to be offered love, so that you can overcome the struggle that you have faced with this energy in your present situation, and therefore with Justice bring harmony and balance. Your expectations are, well, 10 of Pentacles can often be where you're meeting people in bars, restaurants, places that you go to drink, that type of thing. It's places that make a lot of money. It's places where there's a lot of people around. So your expectations are, well, I'm probably going to go out and meet a lot of people, but I don't expect things to come to fruition just as yet. Okay, so it might not be that I actually meet someone just as yet, or I actually start forming a relationship with a particular person just as yet, because maybe you're still coming out of the difficult energy of the Devil card. What is hidden that you don't see? So we have a King of Swords showing here. King of Swords is a male, female, for the purposes of the general reading. So this would be an air sign, usually an Aquarius, funnily enough. So this could easily be you. Okay, King of Swords and the Star usually represent Aquarius energies, but this can be, for the purposes of a reason, a man. So what you're not seeing is that there is a man or a woman. They seem to be weighing something up in the hidden factors. Okay, so if some of you guys have possibly somebody's not been with you for a while, or you've lost a relationship, or somebody's walked out on you on a relationship, that type of thing, it might be that they could be coming back, because the King of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles, to me this would say in the hidden factors there seems to be a person, man, female, they're weighing something up. So often when you get the 2 of Pentacles, it's literally where somebody's evaluating a situation. What are they evaluating? Well, they're evaluating the 7 Cups. So they're evaluating opportunities. So it could be for some of you guys, if you have lost a relationship, Aquarius, maybe this person isn't as far away from you as you think. It might be that they want to come back, potentially, because there is the evaluating of something here and the 7 Cups here. Okay, so this person might be evaluating an opportunity, potentially to come up. Sometimes when you come back, sometimes when you get Seven of Cups, it's a card about should I, shouldn't I? And this is the same card here, should I, shouldn't I? Okay. It could also be that what you're not seeing is there is a person that will enter your life if you're single. But maybe they've got other options as well, because this person might already be weighing up a couple of things because they've got other options. So it might be that, yes, you go out. You're expecting, yeah, I'll go out and meet people, but I don't expect really with the Ace of Pentacles anything to come off it because, you know, I'm still fresh and coming out of a relationship with the devil in reverse. But it could be what you're not expecting is that there will be somebody that comes in, King of Swords. But this person may not be 100% available to you because it looks like they've got probably other things on the go as well with that Seven of Cups and the Two of Pentacles to me. I feel that if you're married or you're in a relationship that you're trying to sort out at the moment, what you're not seeing at the moment, the King of Swords, it's a difficult one to explain in the hidden factors, especially I feel that if you're in a relationship that you are trying to repair right now. But I feel that this could be, I mean, this could easily be you, Aquarius, all right? And what you're not seeing now is that maybe you will at some point need to make a very, very strong and firm decision, because the King of Swords is often someone who makes decisions based on what he sees, the evidence of a situation. With the Two of Pentacles, this is pretty much always the card that says that there are things that need to be worked out. Maybe you're going to need to make some adjustments here based on some sort of choices or decisions that you need to make. Seven of Cups is pretty much always the card about having to make decisions on choices that we have available to us. Okay, so maybe you're going to have to make some decisions here potentially. It's a pretty weird one when I'm reading for, I feel, somebody who's already in a relationship, because usually hidden factors are the things that we don't see. So I would expect you to already know this about the decisions. For me, for some of you guys who are already in a relationship that you're trying to work through or work out, it could be that for some of you guys what you're not seeing is that there is somebody else just around the corner. Okay, so you might be trying to work out a relationship here, but it seems that what's coming in, what you're not seeing is that there is a man here or a woman here. Okay, maybe what you're not seeing in future-wise is that you're going to need to make a decision, or you're going to have to weigh up your options here, because there are opportunities and other choices that are coming to you. I feel the same thing kind of stands for whether you're in a relationship or not in a relationship. Okay, that there is somebody else potentially around in a relationship, outside of your relationship, that potentially you're not seeing at the moment. It's interesting that the King of Swords actually represents you, Aquarius. So this might be something that you need to do or are going to be having to do in the month of October here in the hidden factors. Your immediate future in terms of your love lives in the month of October is, well, it's good because you've got the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands always represents that there is success. So for some of you guys, it could be if you're in a relationship, you're going to have success in coming back together. There'll be a successful reunion. If you're out of a relationship and if the hidden factors are to go by and maybe somebody wants to come back to you, it could be that there's a reunion, or it could be in the immediate future that there's going to be a lot of social gatherings. We are entering the period of social gatherings, Halloween, bonfire night, that type of thing. So it could be that there are, Aquarius, some gatherings in the immediate future that you're going to be attending. If you're single, if you're married, it could still be gatherings, but it could also be that you come back together. Four of Wands can also be a card of reunion as far as I'm concerned as well. Let's have a look. Okay, I feel that if you're single, it could be that somebody's coming back to you. If you've been trying to get over an energy of somebody leaving, or you leaving a relationship, but you're still in love with this person, but you're getting through it, it could be that this person here, I feel, looking at those cards, may want to come back. So there could be a reunion here in the immediate future. Sometimes the Four of Wands means a surprise that comes to you. So it could be this person is still interested, and in the immediate future there'll be a surprise. But it might be something that you need to think about with the Hermit card, because of the Ace of Wands. So maybe the Ace of Wands always represents something new that opens up. It's usually a new idea. Okay, so usually it's the inspiration to do something. We don't have it in the reverse, which doesn't say that you're going to be feeling a lack of inspiration. Okay, but it says that, I feel that, you know, the Hermit is a thinking card. It's going inward. It's, I feel for some of you guys as well, what it could mean is that if you are single And we can see that there is difficulty here, heartbreak over a relationship maybe that didn't work out, love that didn't work out, but you're healing. Mentally, you're getting over these energies. It might not have been enough. There might be the realisation that this relationship was not enough. So you're probably just looking to have a good time with your friends. You're hoping for new love to come in that helps you to overcome the difficulties that you've experienced within a relationship, that leads to balance and harmony being restored. You're expecting to go out and meet people, but you don't expect really any results to come through until you're kind of over this relationship and you've completely let go of it. Hidden wise, there is a man. He seems to be working things through. It could be somebody that wants to come back to you, so they're weighing up the idea of coming back and they need to make a choice around that. It could be that they come back as a surprise. They want a reunion in the immediate future. It's something that you need to think about with the Hermit card, because maybe with the Ace of Wands, this is a real surprise to you. Ace of Wands can also be an epiphany. So it could be that your epiphany here in the immediate future is related to your mental factors here. The fact that you're overcoming this difficult situation. It wasn't enough with this card and this card here. Mentally, it wasn't enough, and that's why it failed. Three of Cups, enjoying time with friends because you are feeling a sense of healing around you. And it could be that this epiphany here with the Ace of Wands makes you think in the immediate future about this reunion with perhaps this person in the hidden factors that wants to come back. For some of you singletons, it could literally be that social gatherings in the immediate future. Okay? It might be that you meet someone with the Four of Wands. You need time to think about it because it's something that's just new. It came out of the blue. Something that's opened up really, really quickly with the Ace of Wands. It's quite exciting, but maybe you just don't know whether it's something that you're ready to go with at this present time. So therefore, your hopes are interesting if you're single, that you are hoping for new love with the Knight of Cups to help you overcome the difficulties that you've had, that will restore, that will restore balance to you. But it could also be Aquarius, I feel, for some of you guys, that, you know, in the hidden factors, if you're not seeing somebody that comes in, that King of Swords, maybe this is a little bit of a player here. Maybe this is somebody that you meet at a social gathering, okay, in the immediate future, in October. But you need time to think about it because maybe this person is a little bit too full on, or a little bit too, because the Ace of Wands is a very masculine energy card. So this is somebody who thinks with his loins rather than his heart. So he might be a little bit too full on. Maybe this isn't something for some of you guys that you're going to want in the month of October, especially if you've come out of a relationship. Here we can see a knight in your hope. So it's somebody, a knight in shining armour, somebody who's really, really romantic, that for some of you singletons, you might be hoping to enter your life. But what you might actually get is somebody who's filled with absolute testosterone. Could be a female as well, but it could be somebody who's more full on. I always see the Ace of Wands type of individual as being less charismatic and less charming than a Knight of Cups. So you might be thinking about this type of individual, especially if this King of Swords is a little bit of a player with that Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. If you are in a relationship, though, I feel that there will be still a period of thinking, but it's better because I feel that there will be a reunion with the relationship. Four of Wands, okay? I feel therefore with the Hermit card, there is completion on a time of resolution or trying to find the answers with this card here, because you are venturing towards an exciting new beginning with this person that you're with. You've been through your troubles, but I feel that for some of you guys, it will be a case of really starting to literally repair the relationship. And what is the overall outcome for you guys? We have the Death card, the Page of Cups, and Temperance. So let's go through this again and we'll just do the, where are we now? We're at 38 minutes, okay. So I feel here, let's go to if you're single first. Right, so if you're single, Aquarius, the way that I'm seeing it is, in your personal lives, I feel that there's been some heartbreak. Could be that love was not reciprocated, or it could be that you fell out of love, or it could be that things took their time to get moving in terms of love opening up or growing in a relationship. But it seems with the Star card, for some of you guys, you might be healing. That's because mentally you've overcome the worst with that Five of Swords. You realise mentally and emotionally that this love here simply wasn't enough, and you're going to focus on probably, you know, being around friends, growing your network, that type of thing with the Three of Cups, maybe meeting new people potentially, because in your hopes, you're hoping for a knight in shining armour or somebody who will come in. They'll be charismatic, loving, emotional. They'll be really open. They'll help you to overcome the difficulties that you had here and here with this Ten of Wands. And they'll restore or bring back a sense of balance and harmony to your life with the Justice card. Your expectations, I feel, if you're single, are to go out, meet people, enjoy conversation, but you might be expecting not to have everything come to fruition in one meeting with the Ace of Pentacles. Or, you know, you might be expecting, well, you know, I'm hoping for a knight in shining armour, someone who's going to help me to overcome all the battles I've had in a previous relationship. But in terms of my expectations, yes, I'll go and meet people, but I don't expect much results to come from it with the Ace of Pentacles, because I'm still overcoming this difficult situation here. I'm still letting go of this individual, really. What you're not seeing is there as a person, King of Swords coming in. This might be a player, because Two of Pentacles geezers can be players. And also when you get them around the Seven of Cups as well, can be a person that looks at lots of different options. So there might be somebody that's coming in, but it might not be exactly what you want. It could also be that maybe this person here has something to do with this energy here. So it might be a man or a woman who you had some form of separation from. They might be reconsidering coming back. So they're looking at the options with the Seven of Cups. Therefore, in the outcome, it could be this person wants a reunion, the Four of Wands, in the immediate future. But maybe you'll need time to think about it, the Hermit. Because maybe with the Ace of Wands, this has come as an absolute surprise to you, and you've already had an epiphany, which we can see with these two cards in your mental and emotional factors. So therefore, in the overall outcome, you might decide, I don't think I'll go for that with the Death card, because I'm going to look at new opportunities here. Maybe for new relationships with the Temperance card. It could also be, I'm not going to go there, whether this is somebody new or not. So I'm going to put an end to this for the time being, because I'm changing, I'm transforming as an individual, and I'm going to be, through this transformation, maybe looking at new opportunities for love with the Page of Pentacles, and a chance maybe even to heal further with that Temperance card. I feel that if you're in a relationship, okay, it could be, but then again, it could also be for some of you guys who are single. It just depends on how it plays out, that with the Death card, you might be having to make a major change about, because if there's already been death here, which we can see in these four lines here if you're single, and this person wants to come back, and you're going to need to kind of consider this with the Hermit, this reunion, because maybe the passion with the Ace of Wands is still alive. It could be with the Death card, you make a roundabout decision, so you decide maybe to open things up again with the Death card. Death doesn't always mean finality, it means finality to one situation. So if there is finality here, then the Death card for me means an absolute change of the situation here for you, if you're single. So it might be, well, okay, let's go again with the Death card. Let's look at if we can start growing this relationship, and maybe we're looking at some kind of reconciliation here. Just depends on how you want to play it. If you are in a relationship, I feel that there has been some difficult communication between you and your partner. You might feel that this person is not being open to you, or they're not opening it up enough to you, or they may have fallen out with you, but you still have hopes with the Star card that this relationship can be repaired. I feel mentally and emotionally you're trying to overcome the conflicts. Maybe you're re-offering love, you're thinking of re-offering love to this individual, and a reunion with the Three of Cups. Your hopes are to have this person be more open with you, because you've got the Knight of Cups, so have this person open up, declare how they feel to you, you know, be more honest, more open, so that you can overcome the difficulties within this relationship. For some of you guys, if you're not married but in a long-term relationship, you might be hoping for something official, or it could simply be, we just want to have some restorative energy to the relationship. I feel that in your expectations, if you're in a relationship, you might be expecting to build on that relationship, to restore it to how it was, justice, restoration, and the Ten of Pentacles is to build a strong foundation. So it might be you want to restore a foundation with them, and your hopes are to restore, and your expectations will be to the foundation. So your expectations are to restore this foundation, but you might not be expecting immediate results, because you're still having to both come out of the energy of the Devil, which is an obstacle energy in the upright. So you're having to relinquish, maybe there are power games, that type of thing. So maybe you're having to relinquish the patterns that have slightly destroyed the relationship in the first place. What you're not seeing is that maybe this was a difficult one for me, for some of you guys, because King of Swords is usually Aquarius. So maybe for some of you guys, what you're not seeing, the hidden factors are, is that you're going to need to be far more open, far more clear, far more direct. Maybe you're going to need to communicate your ideas that you are kind of toying with the Two of Pentacles. Because maybe you've got many ideas on how you want to kind of move this relationship along. For some of you guys, it could be literally there's somebody else that you're not seeing coming in. And maybe going forward, you're going to need to kind of work out exactly what it is that you want to do, because there are other options that might become available to you, even though you're trying to restore this relationship here. I feel in the outcome, there will be the restoration of this relationship, okay, that has not worked out. I feel that a period of loneliness in a reflection is coming to a close as your relationship begins to blossom and open up again with the Ace of Wands. Therefore, the overall outcome, we can see a complete transformation in this relationship as you work towards building, perhaps on new opportunities to develop the relationship and restore, with the Temperance card, peace and harmony, work together, work through your opposing views as adults. Okay, that's your reading. That's your love reading for the month of October 2016. They never really get any shorter, but I've got to explain it in a various amount of ways because I've got to cater for people who are married and in relationships and people who are not. But yeah, that's your reading for the month of October, my darlings. I would like to say thank you very, very much for using Carol's Universe. Remember, it's the love reading. So you've already got your general reading up on screen. And I will see you guys in November. Take care.